See August Divider. August is about striking a balance. What is the key to achieving lasting success and happiness? Don't we all want to know? Well, one thing we know for sure is looking at all the aspects of your life and nurturing each one. Do you listen to your body, heart, mind, and soul to discover what works best for you? Do you trust your instincts, knowing when to hit pause or to stop completely? Do you catch yourself from falling into a black hole of comparison against others? I ask you to commit time for yourself, your relationships, your passions, and your profession. As you practice juggling these priorities simultaneously, trust that it will fill your life with wholeness and joy. Achieve equilibrium. Write down your daily activities inside these stones. Your goal is to fill both sides without one side overpowering the other, causing you to lose balance. One side should represent slow and nourishing activities, while the other should represent active and energizing activities. That's it! We hope this was helpful, and let's all strike a balance and achieve a life with wholeness and joy.
In the mountainous region of northern Luzon, you will find the rice terraces of Ifugao. Rice terraces are popular among tourists because of its unique and intricate composition. These terraces were hand-carved by the indigenous people in the region hundreds of years ago. But modernization has threatened the centuries-old Ifugao rice culture and traditions. This is why Kandama was founded. Kandama is a social enterprise founded by Victor Bagilat Jr., who wishes to inspire synergy among master weavers, modern designers, and indigenous artisans. It aspires to keep the Ifugao weaving traditions alive while empowering the women in the community. One way of ensuring that the Ifugao natives will continue preserving their traditions and the terraces that sustain them is by expanding the Kandama market.
My business strategy was to continue tapping the local Ifugao women as the weavers. With my supervision, I helped them come up with innovative product design and diversification, while I am in charge of the product branding and niche marketing. Like most startup businessmen, I experienced using my own life savings to fund weaving workshops and pay for the weavers and weaving threads. For almost a year, I was able to sustain the business expenses, but went to a point that I had to borrow money from my parents. I'm planning to expand Kandama to have the woven fabrics into modern pieces, but I need extra funds to make this happen. With the additional funds from my personal loan, Kandama was able to continue to provide more weaving workshops and expand the weaving center in Ifugao. Additional opportunities opened for Kandama because of the business expansion. We caught the attention of international buyers, and we are already planning for the official market launch of Kandama by hosting a fashion show in Manila featuring the Kandama modernized woven pieces.
Hello. Hi, good evening everyone. It's Wednesday and we're back to our regular programming after ang dami natin ginagawa, diba, during the pre-ordering season of BDJ, the first time that we were doing this. So, hi guys, it's the third Wednesday of the month and we are here excited to share with you. Of course, this third Wednesday of the month is a partnership with Kandama. And Kandama is a high fashion brand and social enterprise that aims to save the weave. In this series, we talk about turning your passion into action. So we want to give you the inspiration and tips you need so you can take action and choose your dreams. Chase after your dreams and create lives that are full of love and joy. So as I announce the giveaway mechanics, please do share. Say hi in the comment section. Please let me know where you're watching us from and maybe tell us also how are you it's mid-August and it's the eighth month of the year. So, mga ilang months na lang before the end of the year. Mga 4 months na lang, guys. So, please share in the chat box and then I will share with you the giveaway mechanics. So, as usual, with our Wednesdays, we have a giveaway tonight, and to qualify, you need to sign up at go.bdj.studio/sign up and comment with your takeaway from today's live. Kasi, syempre gusto namin parang you get something talaga during our FB lives, right? And the winner will get a one essentials notebook and one dare to be grateful cards. And with that, I will bring in, or wait, let's see, magsasay hi na lang kami together. So please do share in the comment box where you're watching us from, and then I will also bring my partner in crime today. So co-host, come in, Vic.
Hi, Dar.
Hello.
Hello to Bellas, all of the Bellas listening out there. It's been a month already, and I can't believe that this is our seventh. Is it our seventh or sixth episode now? I
Parang
lost track.
seventh ata eh.
Seventh, yeah,
Oo,
which is
seven
the
na.
finale for this season. Then we're gonna see them again for our new season, which is gonna be next month. And we
Yes.
have an amazing lineup for that. So yeah.
Mm-mm.
So how are
Ayan.
things? My God, we're in a lockdown again.
I know. Ikaw, how are you? How are you?
I guess like we're doing okay. So yeah, like I've been telling, I guess like I told you guys like since last like 2 months ago that we've been working on something with the Pia Words Back. So finally, we're gonna release it at the end of the month. We can't say
Yay!
yet when specifically and what it's for, but it's gonna be really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, okay naman. But like, syempre, the lockdown has some deleterious
Effect.
effect to
Yeah,
to our businesses like any other businesses. So now it's harder for people to generally buy stuff. They always ask, "Oh, I'll ask my husband first about it, etc." Since
correct, correct.
syempre, like Kandama are like investment pieces. But we're working on our holiday collection, which is generally more affordable. It's more RTW, so that people can actually like really afford these pieces. So yeah, so far like we're thriving. What about you guys? I know like you have a lot of pasabog. You're doing your you're raising funds for I know for the next BDJ,
Yes,
etc.
correct,
And
correct.
how's the BTS thing doing? By the way, just want to know.
It's good naman, but since it's a distribution contract, we actually help distribute it. So, Viviamo was the official sort of logistics arm for it for
Mm,
WEU. So we were the ones who delivered to Smart, to Landers, and then
oh
parang
wow,
medyo sumingit lang to si Crazy About Paper for the distribution. But definitely it's something parang it's there. It's something that we're assisting businesses with.
that's
So,
nice.
oo. So, I don't know, later on, Victor, kung gusto mo sa RTW mo later on, baka we can help you also with the logistics.
That's a really great thing.
Oo.
Especially given it's Christmas now. No? I just have a
Correct,
question. Is
correct.
that a pivot of your business model, or
Actually,
you guys have been doing
to
it?
a certain it is to a
Extent?
certain
Okay.
extent. Kasi before the pandemic, we were doing e-commerce primary sa amin lang talaga. So parang we don't really
Ah.
distribute or collate the parang it's called the pick and pack service. But what happened, maybe like a year before the pandemic, yung 2019, since we moved to an office na may space kami, we saw that
Mm.
we were given an opportunity to become a Lazada drop-off center, drop-off point. Parang may something like that. Meaning, yung nearby Lazada sellers can actually drop off at our office and it's just all picked up with Lazada from our office.
Oh, that's interesting. Ang
So,
galing.
parang they have that kind of, to increase the number of drop-off points para hindi siya magastos sa mga Lazada sellers.
Sellers.
So, parang it started with that. And then, since dumadami yung nagda-drop off, parang, bakit hindi na lang din tayo mag-offer, di ba, na may
Yeah,
space
yeah.
tayo, parang items can be stored here. And then at the same time, parang when there's an order, they can just forward the order to our operations team. And then our operations team will parang pick and pack and ship it out. Tapos update na lang si
Mm,
client. So
mm-mm.
you're right. In a way, that was a pivot. Kasi last year nga, when we were looking at our strengths, our weaknesses, 'di ba? So ano yung assets na meron natin? Kasi yun yung ano eh, parang ano ba yung mga skills? Ano bang mga skills natin? Ano ba yung meron natin na para to help us survive
Yeah, that we can
this
maximize. No?
pandemic? Yeah,
That's
correct,
true.
correct.
Okay,
So,
that's a great thing. It's a very innovative move from you. But yeah, I know like today we're gonna talk about fashion.
yes.
We're gonna talk
And
about fashion and
and as
style.
I confessed, Victoria, I'm not like a I'm not wala I mean I'm not so knowledgeable in fashion. I'm very I don't know what do you call
I
so
think
I'm
generally,
insecure
yeah.
about this.
Uh,
So,
well, I also ask a lot of help from my stylist friends with respect to like this one, and I think it's an ongoing journey. It's just like anything else, like just like in
yeah, that's true.
business, it's really a personal journey. Your
Correct,
passion,
correct.
your fashion sense and everything. It's something that you really discover along the way, just like
Your
your business
taste.
acumen, your
Oh, yeah,
taste.
yeah. Correct, correct, correct.
So parang ano lang, it's a bit of a struggle to a certain extent, but it's like in any journey, struggle is always there. So
Mm.
your fashion, so yeah, like let's try to unpack our fashion
Our
journey.
fashion
Also,
style, oo. Kasi
yeah,
it's a way also, fashion is one way talaga to express yourself eh.
myself.
'Di
Actually,
ba?
that's a to tell your story without like saying anything. That's the first thing which people would
Correct,
actually
correct,
see.
correct.
That's the impression that they make it. So fashion is very important. Yon. So yeah.
Mm. So ano yung first question natin? What's your favorite style to
Mm,
wear?
yes. So favorite style for me is I think generally anything which tells a story. Like right now, for example, I'm wearing like something that has an embroidery. Like
Mhm.
so the embroidery itself has symbol. Like Kandama is largely about telling stories. So it's very
Correct,
important
correct.
for us to be able to communicate that to our consumers that we're not just like any fast
Correct.
fashion, like company. Because every piece really has a story. It's handwoven by amazing women from Holongan, and we are empowering these women at the same time preserving their environment and preserving the culture behind it. So we really have to tell that story. Before I used to be just like very spiffy, like schoolboy kind of outfit, like really preppy, etc.
Mhm.
I don't really want to stand out, so just like what a lot of people would wear, like polo and stuff, and not really tell much story because I don't want to draw so much attention to me. I guess like before it wasn't. I think it's a big function of that is that I'm not too confident. So like really preppy look, yeah. But now I love to tell like clothes that tell stories at the same time. Medyo very preppy na because my God, we're in a lockdown. So the way you just want to wear like comfortable clothes and stuff. So yun
Correct,
lang, like
correct.
not a lot of thought actually, like into what I wear like these days. What about you?
Mhm. Um, sa akin actually with fashion, parang meron nga akong mga different in a way, I guess you can use this as a style na yung parang medyo loose or flowy right
Mm.
now. I think it started like that because after I got pregnant, obviously I got like a bit fat, 'di ba? And then parang which is normal. So and then
Yeah, yeah.
so I wanted to cover my tummy in a
Uh-uh.
way na hanggang ngayon hindi ko pa maalis. But okay lang. But I mean yun. So parang medyo loose yung clothing and of course the priority was parang being comfortable. Um ayun, parang I think and actually it's something na parang when I find something na I like a style, Victor, parang I buy it as a uniform. So parang bumibili ako ng
Uh-uh.
iba't ibang kulay kasi
Colors.
parang oo, kasi parang wala lang, yun lang. Gusto ko na yung bagsak niya sa body ko. So parang I will do it. And then I won't actually have that many variations, I guess. And then maybe another style. I don't know if that you'd consider that as a style. Yung medyo mas solid color ako. So,
Not too much in prints. Is that it?
not too much in print.
Uh,
So, parang medyo nasa-shock yung mga tao pag bigla akong nagpe-print.
why is that? I just want to know.
Um, I don't know. Parang gusto ko lang medyo solid. Pero actually, I like, pero hindi, yung prints ko, like yung pattern, na full pattern. So actually, yung
Okay.
kandama na parang,
Yeah.
di ba,
Yeah.
may accent. I actually like those things naman. It's just
Uh,
that, na parang, ayoko yung, di ba yung mga pattern stuff talaga na
like too
halos buong,
crazy. Uh,
oo.
uh,
So, I'm very, parang solid color person.
solid colors. Yeah. Yeah. Actually,
Ah,
generally me too, because it's easier to accessorize, to mix and match, to a certain
mm-mm.
extent. Um, and then if you want to tell a story in your garment, just have like you just want one area which
Correct,
has
correct.
a bit of pattern so that the focus would be there and it's not
Mm-mm.
all over the place. Yeah. And, the good thing about that too, like you're wearing like something solid and then like a bit of pattern lang, is that it also breaks you, your it creates an
Yung
illusion.
yeah.
So it breaks the monotony. So you look, like slimmer to a certain extent. Si Catriona Gray, if you notice, like she wears a lot of patterns on the side kasi
Oh,
nakakapayat siya or may black sa side, etc.
correct,
So,
correct,
yeah.
correct.
So, may mga ganon. Mga ganang, maganing
Magandang
technique.
strategies yun, oo.
Maganing strategy.
Na parang sa
Uh,
may oo. Nice,
so,
nice.
I would also want to invite everybody to check out yung, because we just dressed KZ Tandigan recently. So she was wearing mga oversized garments. I think like there are a lot of fashion icons who are wearing these things, like si Renz, for example, who's Isabella, who loves like flowy clothes. I just want to tell you it's in right now. Yeah, like she loves to wear like flowy attire. Parang si Billie Eilish, medyo flowy, medyo oversized and everything. And actually a lot of people are also wearing mga kaftans. Midi dresses. So these are like really flowy garments, and I think it's like if you want comfortable clothes, these are the clothes that these are go-to outfits. Which leads me nicely to the second question that we got from Abella. What is your go-to outfit?
Oo, what's your
Ano
go-to
man,
outfit?
sa akin, simple lang like
Ikaw.
polo and pants. It's a go-to outfit. Like, you go to the grocery and stuff.
Mm.
I have this, syempre my favorite like Kandama like t-shirt, just like a shirt, which is black. I don't wear white because I have, like I have my body shape is a pear
Okay.
shape. So you just like a lot of men, like we have like beer belly, whatever. If I wear white, sobrang obvious, yeah. So I just wear black,
Yeah.
like black, like dark colors and stuff. Yeah, that's my go-to outfit, like a black shirt and a pair of pants. What about you?
Generally, it's like a one-piece dress that is like around straight to the knee.
Mm,
Parang I guess what you said, mid dresses, is that what you call it?
yeah,
Like
midi dresses, yeah.
midi dresses. So parang that's my go-to, and then also either jeans or leggings and then a loose shirt. So those are my
Mm.
two go-to
I have
outfit.
a question. Do you buy jeans online? Super hirap kayo to
Yes,
buy jeans. You do?
I do. Hit
Talaga?
or miss siya, pero most
Oo.
of the time, um, I don't know rin also kung kasi the jeans, I guess yung relatively uso for the past, I don't know, 5 years. Kasi alam mo naman, di ba, change yung fashion in terms of jeans. Is medyo yung parang slim fit na
Yeah.
jeans, right? So
Mm-mm.
medyo tight. So I don't know, somehow, um, basta I have the style I have in mind. Nakukuha naman ng measurements. Nagme-measure ako, nagtitiyaga din
Mm,
ako
yeah,
mag-measure
yeah. So
yung
even
waist and
and
hips.
hips, even before the
Oo.
pandemic.
Yeah, before the pandemic, before the
Talagang
pandemic.
online ka na. That's
Oo,
really
in terms
interesting.
of pants, yeah.
Oo, because I know a
So,
lot of people were having problems like buying jeans online. So they would really go to mga stores and have it customized actually because like jeans are super hard to find. I mean like
correct,
the
correct.
jeans in their right size that it's a bit tricky for some people. So it's a good thing that
Yeah.
I know that you can buy. Syempre ako like I get my jeans like custom made. I haven't really purchased anything online na jeans. Largely like top yun yung mga safe clothes ko. So what about your favorite accessories? Ano yung favorite mo, like must-haves?
Ako, I'm really like a watch person.
Ah,
So
talaga.
it's nothing special, but um I don't know. It's so simple that parang, but it's the first thing that I bought when I earned my first paycheck. I bought a watch. I don't know kung nadala lang ako. 'Di ba yung sa mga one of those things when growing up na maybe if you have a watch, parang you're accomplished or you have
Oo.
yung parang may ganong belief
Yeah,
regarding the ano.
like a Rolex, for example,
Oh,
di
well,
ba? Like if
hindi
you buy
Rolex yung watch ka ba?
if you're
Yeah.
a finance person in Wall Street, you know that you've arrived once you were able to purchase
Bye.
a Rolex. Oh, like Dexter is watching us. Like hi
Yes.
Dexter.
Hello,
So he's
Dexter.
also from Kalinga. He also loves weaves, and he has a couple of questions for us later that we
Sige,
will be
sige.
answering. So yeah, thank you guys
Oo.
for like tuning in.
Pero before that, like when I look at my high school and college, yung mahilig ako is really dangling earrings. Like I was known for having wearing dangling earrings. Like
Uh,
ano, ganon.
chandelier
Tapos, oo,
earrings.
chandelier, yung malaki talaga.
Oo.
Tapos I don't know, tapos parang after some time parang nag-change din na parang yung key pieces na necklaces, yung parang madaming beads, artwork, 'di ba? Ganyan. Actually, a lot of my yung Filipiniana stuff that I have is actually yun yung parang necklace na styled
Mm,
na ganyan. I really like that. But
the indigenous. That's
oo,
a,
medyo
that's a very easy, a quick trick, like technique to turn a garment into something indigenous, something Filipiniana. So wear something black, and then like the necklace that you buy from
oo.
Baguio or what have you, or something hand woven a necklace. That's already it. Like I've seen like people wear those things at the formal events. The theme is Filipiniana. That's just like a very easy thing to do. Yeah. For me naman, it's just eyewear because I'm required to wear eyeglasses anyway, like prescription glasses. So
Mhm.
this one I just got it from like one of the like eye shops, like in the mall, and it comes in. When I bought this, dalawa sila. I had the one in a blue frame. I think I was because I was going to Paris at the time for my show at the
Mhm.
Eiffel Tower. So I'm like, I have to be a bit like fashionable. So I have to wear like, like really interesting glasses. I know someone, maybe you know her. She wears this like cat eye glasses, and that's her like signature style. See Coach Cecile. Um, yeah, and then that's her way of, I guess, like expressing her
Differentiating
style,
herself, yeah.
differentiating herself, and the same thing with me. So it's eyewear and shoes for me actually. So syempre like yeah, so I bought like shoes
May
which is elevator
yeah.
shoes because I want a bit of height.
Yeah, ako din, gusto ko din. I remember one of my sort of iconic outfits before the pandemic that parang people, like a lot of my friends would say whenever I wear it, that looks so like me. It's, I do a cowl top na
Yeah,
sleeveless.
yeah.
So like even there was like a girl artist who when I was doing a talk in Rockwell, obviously before pandemic, and she drew me tas parang minsan ginagamit ko siya as my picture. And then parang people, yeah, it looks like you ganyan. But it's really just the top. Kasi I have that top in different colors, like I was saying, a
Oh,
uniform. So
uniform mo na
parang
siya.
oo, wala lang, nagiging
Yeah,
iconic look
iconic look.
ko.
For me, siguro I have like two iconic looks. The first one, which I use in my profile photo a lot, yung I'm wearing actually the same, like similar to the one that Casey Tandingan used sa ASAP last time, the trench coat, because I was in
Oh,
Paris.
I
So
love that. I
yeah.
love that.
So I used that while styling one of my models, and then the photographer like took a photo of me like styling, and it's just amazing. It's a magical photo. And the second one, I was wearing a kimono type of jacket na
Mhm.
it's ikat style. Yun kasi yung suot ko dun sa finale when I in the Eiffel Tower.
Yung
Like when I
nag-appear,
went out,
yeah, oo.
oh, yun ang suot-suot ko. So parang amazing. So I just love that. So yeah.
Ganda, ganda. I also like, oh nga, now that you mention it, I do like those like parang sort of sleeveless na blazers na yung
Mm-mm.
parang pinapatong mo and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, 'di ba? Like on top of like your
Oo.
whatever leggings or tank top or something. Hindi lang wala,
Yung
minsan
mga
ang
vest,
hirap din
yeah.
vest, yeah, the
Oo.
long vests, the
Yeah,
parang
we
nagiging
have
mukha
those.
siyang
Oo.
coat.
Oh my God. Like, okay, I should send you one. We have those eh. It was in our RTW last time. And then we, I have a photo of Mary Morissette Amon, like
Mhm.
the, like Asian Phoenix, like singer, amazing. I'm really popular, wearing that. So for all of the Bellas who want to check it out, it's just on our Instagram. And I'm also thinking of, because actually that's one of the most asked pieces from us eh. So up until
Oh,
now, like we run out of that already. Like people are still
sama mo
asking.
na sa Christmas collection.
Oh, ha,
Excited na
so
ako.
I'll include it in the Christmas collection. So it's the best I've seen. Kandama lang is the the collar to make
Okay.
it cheaper, just the collar,
Yeah.
not the entire thing. So
Oo,
yeah, I'm
good
sure you're
enough
gonna
for
love that.
Zoom. Oo,
Yeah,
good enough
actually,
for
good,
Zoom. Okay na
definitely,
yeah.
definitely. Oh, okay, siya. It's a
Yeah,
good idea too, and it's also very comfortable.
yeah.
So yeah,
Ano, naisip ko lang, syempre nag-plan tayo dito. What if let's do like ano, for your Christmas collection, parang baka meron tayong Bella sort of fashion show. So maybe like some of us, like we can borrow some of your pieces and then we'll
yeah.
show it here
Hmm.
when we're doing a live.
Most definitely. Yeah, yeah. We should plan that
Para
out.
let's think
Um,
about, yeah, let's figure something out. Okay,
there's
my gosh.
this one theater company. They have shows like on YouTube. Like it's a BL, it's a boys love show, and the entire team wore Kandama. Um,
Ang galing.
so parang yeah, like maybe you guys can also do that. It's interesting. So yeah.
Sige, sige. Anuhin
Okay.
natin.
So next question. Oh, actually, I'm super interested to see like Sina Rans and like all the other Bellas that actually wear Kandama. I wonder how they're gonna look like. Yeah. Next question that we have here is about your fashion role model. Do you have any fashion role model in mind, or you can guess based on like the dye, my hair dye.
BTS.
It's really BTS. I've actually done. Of course, I'm not gonna say it like um in my Instagram because like they're watching or they're there. But I've been influenced by BTS when I designed for our P-pop group. See yung
Hmm.
Alamat, right? So my
Oo,
mother
yeah, 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 yeah.
there's some looks there which has BTS reference. Siyempre, I'm not gonna say that, like in interviews. I'm just saying it here. Because like technically there's no competitors like K-pop and P-pop and what have you.
Yeah, correct, correct.
And even the one that I made for Pia Words Back, we have one look there that's influenced by BTS. So it's up to you guys to figure that one out kung ano yun. So who
So
is your
ano nga,
fashion role model?
I think more than a fashion role model, siguro meron akong mga looks that I really like. So,
Hmm.
siguro yung nagiging top of mind ko lang right now, I guess si Meghan Markle, the
Marco, yeah.
Duchess of Sussex, 'di ba? So
Oo.
parang I
Former
like
na.
oo,
Kasi
ay
di ano na
hindi na
de.
pala puwede.
Oo.
Oo, parang something
Former,
like
oo.
basta 'yun. Um, I like her style in terms of her fashion. I wish I were that fit.
Elegant, the fit. Hmm. Even before
Oo.
ba? Even before she got married or like
Yeah, I'm
just
a
fairly
fan of
recently lang?
suits. I'm a
Suits siya,
fan
no?
of
Even
suits
before,
kasi, so
Oo.
parang I was watching her na. But yeah, I was
Mm.
like initially I was also like hindi naman suspicious, but parang I guess I didn't really expect that she'll really go into royalty,
Mm.
yung ano, the whole thing. And But I mean, I'm honestly really happy for them right now. I feel like they're happier separating.
Yeah,
Side, side commentary.
side comment. Actually,
Oo.
me too. I mean, like whichever like makes them happy. I guess like
Mhm.
yeah. So if we're gonna talk about my fashion role model when it comes to designing, I would think of Alexander McQueen because just
Yes.
really bold and
Mm-mm.
like talagang statement pieces.
Correct,
And
correct.
I'm not sure if you watched his biography in Netflix. See the creative director of Balmain, see ano, Olivier Rousteing. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's French. But like I found out that he was just adopted, etc., etc. But like very iconic, some of the pieces that he's actually making, and a lot of those pieces that they've made actually um, were the pieces which I liked that the BTS wore in their music video.
Nice, nice. Okay.
So yeah, so those are my fashion idols, mga ano. And there's one person pa sa the first Chinese one of the two Asians actually who's in the haute couture like council in Paris, si
Mm.
Gopei. So yun ang idol ko talaga.
Oh,
Like really making like couture pieces, like the cultural like Chinese and everything. Who also used pinya pala, by the way.
nice,
And
nice.
I heard from a photographer friend of mine that I'm not sure if I can say this, but he asked like a very famous designer here from the Philippines who produces pinya to collaborate with her. But apparently this person like turned it down. So parang I wonder why. And like maybe she has reasons to do so, but I would collaborate with Guopei if she asked me or so. So
Oh.
hopefully Guopei,
Let's ask the universe. Come
hopefully,
on.
hope, malay mo si Guopei pala sa Bella, di ba? Like so maybe he's listening
Oo,
right
malay
now.
natin. Or baka meron tayong Bella na may connection sa kanila, 'di ba? Sa
We wouldn't
kanya,
know.
malay natin. Yeah.
Oh, I don't
So,
know. It's interesting.
that's so exciting. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I mean, I think that is gonna be amazing that if you get the opportunity to be able to work with your idol, that's
Mm-mm.
gonna be like amazing na parang wala lang, ang saya lang.
Yeah.
Anyway, Victor, madami ng questions for you kasi since this is a sort of a dive in fashion and as I shared earlier, hindi nga ako as well educated for in fashion. So, what inspired you to start the brand of Kandama?
Well, actually, several reasons. I think I've already mentioned this in the first few episodes. It's syempre the
Episodes, yes, correct, correct.
search for the
Mm-mm.
ikigai. I guess like that's more for the social entrepreneurship, like social enterprise part. But for the fashion part, we're not the first like in heritage piece fashion company
Correct.
out there. So I would have to say that the people before us have definitely inspired me to do so. Guopei is also one, like seeing a haute couture designer who's recognized in France and who uses like tradition as a way,
Culture, yeah.
culture talaga as the yung main like selling point. I feel like okay, maybe we can do that here in the Philippines as well. So that actually inspired me, and I would have to say that my college professor also inspired me. Like she would come in class, she was teaching international relations at the time, and then she would come in mga outfit from Mindanao, from somewhere. Like it really tells a
Mm,
story. Parang it's
correct, correct.
how you want to brand yourself, and you want to brand yourself as somebody who knows a lot about history, who loves your culture, and who embraces his or her roots. So that's what I wanted to become. And I remember we don't have a lot of like fashion choices like that before. So now like you have a
Yeah,
lot of leaves, which is a great thing in all honesty for the ecosystem. So that inspired me to add, to have more options. And then
correct.
this one trip that I made in um Banawe Rice Terraces was also very impactful to me. So I went there. It's a national treasure. You're gonna see it on your I think the I think it's in the 20 peso. No, I forgot. Where can you find the banana rice terraces? It's 20 pesos yata and a bill or something. So I went
Uh,
there. Of course, it's in Ifugao. And then some of the locals were selling like machine made weaves from Thailand or from, I don't know, like maybe like made from China or somewhere. And I'm like, this is going to kill the industry. So that's the, I
correct.
guess the genesis of Kandama, like one of the things that inspired me to create something na parang
Mm-mm.
it's a heritage site. Like we can create a lot of heritage pieces too
Correct, correct.
for
I
the
guess
locals and for
parang
the
sobrang jarring na you're
tourists.
going there for the heritage of the Philippines at rice terraces tapos biglang yung binebenta on the sides are the parang weaves of other countries, not in the Philippines. I can imagine na parang nakaka-ano, parang, bakit ganito? Nakaka-stress din talaga.
Mm-mm.
So, Victor, parang in terms of like, 'di ba, pre-pandemic and then now it's pandemic, how have you been managing the business of in fashion and how has it changed?
Okay, most definitely it has changed a lot, right? Like before we do a lot of shows like New York Fashion Week, Paris, etc., like Melbourne Fashion Week. This year we did a presentation in Melbourne, but it's not like a showcase of the collection, but it's more of to showcase, like the history of Ifugao, etc. Um, we initially planned for New York Fashion Week, supposedly for next month already. But then again, you have like several
Delta na naman.
variants. May Delta na naman.
May lambda
Ah,
ba?
yeah. Then there was a strain, like an Indian strain before. I was super worried. I initially confirmed around February. By March, when we had a lockdown, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we have to pull out. This is no longer worth it, etc. So I had to wait for all of these things to settle down first before I do like shows. Um, but again, like we're doing this shoot with the International Fashion Magazine. They have to watch out. I can't say yet what, but I'm super dying to fill you in maybe at the end of the month. It's gonna be
Yes.
amazing. So next time we get to talk, we're gonna talk now about it
Yes.
because I can freely talk about it now. So yeah,
Okay.
like really looking for opportunities out there, eh? And of course, the future is really going digital. So, like we have a lot of partnerships na mga online seller, parang
Yeah.
online platforms like Happy Fair, for example, and many more. There's um, one in Canada under the Indigenous Fashion Week Toronto, etc. that we're also working with for a more global reach. So even if we don't have like New York Fashion Week, at least we still have access to North America, or yeah. So we really have to find ways. You have to pivot talaga and experiment a lot. So that's
Okay.
how we survive. Just like you, for example, like pivoting
Yeah.
was important, diba? You had
Yeah.
that
Until now,
moment.
we're still
Yeah.
pivoting.
Oh,
Parang
kasi you
it's
don't know eh. Constant
correct,
change.
correct. Constant
Constant
change siya
change.
right now.
Yeah.
Correct, correct. In terms naman of production, Victor, parang how has things changed?
Um, so one of our weaving centers is closing down largely because syempre the lease expired and the owner doesn't want to renew. So I mean, I guess it has something to do with the pandemic as well. Like I don't know, like
Mm-mm.
they realized that they wanted to keep to like use the property, etc. And not all weavers can access the weaving centers. So syempre talaga affected the um our weavings and the production. So what we did is we got some weaves from Isabela, from neighboring communities in Hulongan Village that are still in uh in Ifugao. So we had to really source out from other communities. So to to meet that gap, to close the loop of the problem in terms of demand and supply. But yeah, like like we're still ongoing. Like the weavers are thankfully still weaving. Not as much, not as many as before. Like we started out with 28, like, and then now we're down to like 15, 14, etc. Na active weavers. So yeah, I mean obviously may impact talaga, but we hope to like regroup and like do really well like once this pandemic is over, which doesn't seem to be anytime soon. Parang ma-extend na naman yata yung lockdown, nakaka-stress.
That's
So
what
yun.
I hear also, that it will
Oh,
be extended by another 2 weeks. Kasi this week, 'di ba, parang all-time high? All-time
yeah,
high.
yeah. And then, oh well, you have Delta, you have Lambda. They have an entire fraternity of
Yeah.
virus strains. So it's
Correct,
crazy. I
correct.
don't know.
Oo. Kasi sa
Yeah.
amin naman, yung production namin, parang normally I would really go to the production area like the past years before the pandemic. Like it's standard that I go and check in person. And
Mm-mm.
actually, ano rin, pumunta din yung team ko. So first time, last year, nakagawa kami na we turned over our planners and supervised the printing production virtually, which I never
Oo.
thought possible.
Oo.
Because we're very particular with the colors na parang chine-check talaga yan, digital, tapos as in gano'n. So, as in, medyo yun yung naging, I guess, naging training ko naman in terms of the work that we do, na para kuwari may print out and then compare with the color proof. Sasabihin ko, kulang yan, add cyan, add magenta, minus black.
Oo.
Kasi nga gaganyan, nagaganyan lang kami based on visual. Tapos until we find the right balance. So of course, it's still, 'di ba, mass production is still not the same as digital
Mm-mm.
printing. It's not but somehow lumalapit, and it's, I guess, an expertise we were able to develop across the years. And ako yun talaga, na-amaze lang ako na, uy, possible pala to. Kasi
Yeah.
imagine mo, Victor, even when I'm pregnant, I go, I walk, I fly. I do what it takes doon sa pagpunta. Tapos, ayun, wala. Ganun lang, I guess.
No choice. Actually, sa akin, I have that moment rin. Yung getting measurements online. I've heard about
Mhm.
like some designers doing it for like foreign clients, but I've never considered that it's possible. And like, like it's possible that I would actually do it. I know it's super hassle and everything. In fact, it's more convenient. Before I would have to, for my Makati clients, I would have to go to, we used to have like a shop in the fort. I would go there and then meet the clients there, etc.
Mm-mm.
Ngayon, okay, let's zoom na lang. It's so much more convenient. At saka I don't have to pay for, like transportation, the trafficking
Correct,
EDSA,
correct. Oo.
etc. And I have more clients overseas now
Right
than the
now.
custom made
Oo.
compared to before, because I'm more
Wow.
open to like getting measurements
And
online.
na parang you've gotten a system already na more na it fits well na, 'di ba?
Yes, yes. Now, syempre, I had to, before, like, there were, like, boo-boos, like, for example, well, I have a Zoom meeting and then wala palang tape measure.
Yung
Parang,
person, oo
ano
nga.
gagawin namin? Okay,
Di
yung
aabot sa through Zoom.
kaya tape measure is yung industrial, na pang
Oh,
ano,
no.
pang
Pag-measure
carpintero
ng
for
square meters.
interior design, yeah. Pang interior
Medyo
design. So
matigas
parang,
yun, hindi yun
exactly,
magka-curve.
so we tried that before, then I realized, oh my god, like wrong pala yung measure. I mean, like it's not a really good practice. So never refine then, along the way, like our practices
Mm.
in doing these things like online. So that's a good thing. It's these are
Yeah,
like new
new
developments,
ways of doing
new ways of
business
doing
talaga.
things. So ganun.
Grabe 'no, oo. Ano pa ba?
So yeah, I think one of the questions here
Yes,
is the future
your
plan.
future plans. Kasi
Aside from
from collaboration with the Alamat Singing Group.
singing group, which is really good. Huh? Like I think Nylon magazine wrote about them. There were a lot of, like fashionistas who were talking about uh, what we made for Alamat, which is really amazing. So that collaboration was great. So aside from that, of course, like we have the Pia thing, a collaboration. I was supposed to make for someone who's gonna be on Philippine Tatler. Well, I can't
Okay.
talk more about that, but I have a lot of like future projects that's going on right now that I can't like that I'm not at liberty to talk about just yet. But I'm super happy to keep everyone posted in the future. But when it comes to plans, obviously I want to do more shows overseas when it's already safe to do so. Maybe by 2022 siguro. We're gonna continue with our like strategy of like dressing celebrities and stuff. Like we have amazing relationships with several stylists. We're gonna still be involved in with beauty queens and stuff like the usual things that we've actually done. Now siguro we're just gonna do a bit more of RTW stuff, especially
Mm-mm.
for the holidays. So that's the plan that we have.
Okay.
So yeah,
Exciting. Victor, may
yeah.
question ako na follow-up related to parang future plans. I know, do you, parang what's your vision for Kandama?
Oh, I want to
I'm
be global.
studying kasi.
Uh, really?
I'm studying kasi under Alibaba Netpreneur program right now on top of everything that I'm doing.
Talaga.
And then parang the vision of Alibaba is to be 102 years old company. Get. So parang in a way sabi ko parang who thinks about that na parang kailangan 100 years old yung company. So that's a vision of Jackma. So it's making me also think the vision for Viviamo, for BDJ. Kasi syempre meron naman kaming vision na nilatag, 'di ba? But
Yeah.
parang what did it change after the I mean before pandemic until now? And then at the same time, yun nga, what's that vision? Is it parang to go global, to dress as many beauty queens as possible, to make the weave more accessible? Or, I mean,
Mm-mm. Siguro, I think like the dressing part, like like dressing Hollywood stars, etc., etc. They're part of the plan, but they're not exactly like the vision itself, like to be able to dress this much. Siguro, it's my vision for myself, but not exactly for the social enterprise. Eh? But the
okay,
vision really is to be able to spread it out, like in other indigenous communities. So, parang really testing ground, like if it's gonna work for my community like in Halongan. And then if it's something that we can
mm-mm.
replicate in other indigenous communities, why not? I mean, syempre, like at the heart of Kandama is really the social enterprise. And to empower indigenous women. I mean, like women should be empowered in general, but like
Yes,
indigenous women kasi are even more disenfranchised in society.
correct,
Eh. So
correct,
parang
correct,
like so we just wanted to help that more, and that was my thesis kasi in college. Na parang helping the women in the community is actually reaps the highest return of investment in terms of
correct.
community development. So that's the reason why I just wanted to focus on it. So that's really the vision, and the long
Mm-mm.
term talaga is to be able to see the same model like overseas in other communities,
Correct.
and even in other countries. Eh. So hopefully we can do that. But I'm also studying mga other like business models for indigenous communities. Like indigenous peoples, they are red tagged. They don't have like like
Yes.
proper access to schools and everything. Parang how do you
Mm-mm.
deal with these issues? And can fashion like provide a solution to that?
Yeah, yeah. Ang
So
ganda, ang gala. Oo.
oh, may mga ganun. Can we tell their stories, etc. in a way that's respectful to their culture na hindi naman tayo mananas
Correct.
daily? Baka awayin kayo ng mga, di ba? May mga ganun. That's also the reason why I'm not that very comfortable branching out to other indigenous communities that much. I mean, I know that we've been doing that with the help of Philippine Textile Research Institute and some friends in the ecosystem, but I'm not just gonna branch out to any indigenous communities without the blessing of anyone who's respected in that community. So yeah, because
Yes.
like sometimes it's a very touchy topic.
Yeah,
So
sensitive, sensitive siya.
mm,
Okay.
so
So
yeah.
there's a question here for the Bellas that how can I uncover my signature style?
Well, I think like style really it's more of a fashion journey. Like what resonates with you. So like my cousin is watching. Hi. So that's amazing.
Ah,
So uh Um, so it depends like what you want, what's the kind of message or branding that you want to send. It's your way of talking to the world, diba? Like there's so many
correct.
ways of expression and fashion is one way. So parang if you feel like a certain style would would send that message, like of course like I wanna send the message that I'm helping preserved heritage and what have you. So I think like wearing heritage pieces most definitely is the way to go. Another way to probably find the right style for you is to be very familiar with your body shape, right?
Type.
Or like
Yeah,
different,
yeah.
yeah, your body type. What's your body type, etc. And you dress based on that because garments are actually not made for all body types. I think there are five general body types. Diba? Like, syempre, the first one would be yung hourglass. Ito yung mga
The art
36,
you knew.
24, 36. So parang if that is your body type, then most garments are actually made for you because that's the ano eh, that's like the prototype that's being used for in creating garments. So no problem naman with
Mhm.
that. The thing about this hourglass is that you accentuate more in the waist. So if you have that shape, then wear belts and everything, and stuff. So the challenge if you have that body type is to find a silhouette that doesn't disrupt that hourglass. So as much as possible, don't wear empire dresses kasi nawawala yung shape unless you really want to, right? Like mga very very over like big pieces, maybe you might want to stay away from those if you want to focus on that shape. And syempre, the next one is yung triangle. You're heavy,
Mm.
you're top heavy, tapos your
Okay.
bottom are your parang your butts are like bigger um
Your
than
hips.
on your hips, etc. So
Yeah.
if that is the situation, then it's probably better for you to look for mga flared pants, mga flared skirts na A-line. So parang
To
mas maging
balance.
balance. Mas
Correct,
makita
correct.
yung shape mo. And then like
Mm-mm.
cinch the waist. And then you also have the inverted triangle naman. Sorry, the
Mm-mm.
triangle, bottom heavy. Um, you need to showcase more of your shoulders, right? Mas
Okay.
malaki yung hips mo kaysa sa bust mo.
Boobs.
So
Yeah.
the boobs and everything. So you need to have like more volume here sa top.
Correct,
Inverted
correct.
triangle is the other way around. Ito yung mas ano naman yung shoulders, boobs kaysa your bottom, the yeah, like your bottom. So yung mga flare skirts would work. And then the third one, I think that's the fourth one, would be the rectangle.
Mm-mm.
Parang mga
Pantay.
Adele na pantay, like generally same yung hips, waist, at saka yung bust mo. So you just want to add like more volume in both the lower and the upper body, and then cinch the waist a bit more. And the last one is the pear shape. This is my shape. It's super hard kaya, like, for men. Um, so yeah, mga empire. I think like empire dresses are also good for
Yeah.
yun nga,
I'm
like
pear
pear
shaped
shape.
also.
Oo.
Parehas yan.
Yung mga
I'm
comfortable
pear
ones
shaped.
na hindi masyadong kita yung ano. So yeah. So yun lang. So your style can be based on that, based on your body shape. It can be based on your color or what have you, or based on your profession. Like um, for my creatives, they want to show that they're creative, so they would wear like
Correct, correct.
really fancy clothes, fancy glasses, and everything. My creative writing teacher like wears he's straight but he's wearing spectacles that's color orange. Because he's a marketing person at the same time as a creative person, so that's what he wanted to send the world,
Communicate.
to
Yeah.
communicate to the world.
Correct, correct.
So that's how you go about it, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
so many ways, but yeah, that's one of those.
Ito, meron ka bang tips to know what colors will complement different kinds of skin tone?
I think the first thing to know is what your skin tone is. Is it warm? Is it neutral? Is it um
Cool.
cool? And then based on that, diba may mga colors that complement that. If you're warm, like for example, J-Lo, Beyonce, I think like generally Filipinos are mas warm, no?
Warm. Mm-mm.
Warm skin tone. So any bold colors would actually work for them, like vibrant colors. The same thing wouldn't work for mga cool colors. Not too vibrant. Um, Kasi mas ma-highlight yung paleness, right? If you're wearing, for example, ito yung mga really mapuput, actually mga Koreans, mga ganon, di ba? Like super
Oo.
puti. a bit pale already.
Pale.
Maybe mute down. Yeah, they have to like mute down on the really bold choices, bold colors, and everything. That if you're neutral, if you can't figure out if you're, it's so difficult to determine if you're like cool and cool or warm. Then you're most likely neutral skin tone. You
Neutral.
have a neutral skin tone. Um, I think the advice that I got from a stylist friend is to stay away from parang parang siyang ano, stay away from bold colors pa rin. Parang ganon. Just like something mga safer colors. But of course, like black can be used like on all ano naman for all skin tones and everything. So probably go for black for safer colors. If you're neutral, you're not really sure about it. But at the end of the day, it's really more like whatever makes your heart beat. Whatever floats your boat. Kung anong feel mong kulay, then go for that. These are just, it's not like set in stone. It's more like the rules that people follow by
Mm.
followed by stylists or what have you. That's generally
Yeah.
practice or so. So yeah.
But you're right. I love that ano na parang it really boils down like whatever color you feel good about, like when you wear it
Reciprocity,
you feel
yeah.
good about, yeah, it feels good. And then right now I think it's the best time to experiment kasi sa bahay lang tayo.
Exactly. Oh,
So I let
that's
my
true.
kids like wear like their yung mga formal dresses. Kasi minsan pag
Yeah,
feel lang
oh,
nila, I let them wear it kasi sayang wala mang magagamit. So
exactly.
like yung 'di ba yung 'pag nag-abay, so like medyo formal. May mga days my daughter would like wear it because she just feels like it. She wants to feel like a princess. I go, "Okay."
Yeah, you know what? I saw a meme about that, like a quotation saying that, like those special occasion garments, wear them now. Because
Mm.
every day in a pandemic, every day is worthy of a celebration.
Mm.
Talaga. Like, oh
Correct,
my
correct.
God. So yeah, so wear it.
I know.
No one's gonna judge you. I'm sure like there's still a lot of judgmental people out there, but cabs. But you know what? Like people are not like, oh, I'm gonna judge you based on the color of your dress or something.
Correct, correct. True naman,
So
true.
yeah, so just like wear whatever color. Like for us naman, diba? Like because we have like Vedic stones, there are also some
Mm.
colors that resonate with us. So whatever
Correct,
floats your
correct.
boat.
I follow
Yeah.
that. Meron din
Ako,
um,
oh
siguro
my god.
I'll jump to ang dami
Yeah.
mo pala nating questions.
Oo.
Ang tagal na natin magkuwentuhan. Siguro ano kaya, how would I know which style? Siguro ito, if you could give just one piece of fashion advice, what would that be?
I think, well, what I think you have to be very observant. Like, saan ka most happy? The
Saan ka
garment and
most happy?
everything. So, sometimes I also look at where I get like a lot of compliments from. So if is it this
Mhm.
garment or something else or what have you. But the problem with that is that your happiness is at the mercy of other people's validation or judgment of you. So that can be also problematic. But I guess that fashion advice would be like just know your body shape and then work from there. Um, that's one. Well, if sorry, one lang pala, di ba? Hindi. Okay, that's gonna be my second. Pero yung
Okay,
one
okay. Sige,
piece of
okay
fashion
lang.
advice ko, really it's a personal journey eh. So saan ka most happy
You have to
sa
get to
akin?
know yourself,
You
get
have
to
to
know
get
your
to know
fashion
yourself
sense.
and what you want to communicate to the world. That's largely
Mm.
it. What is it? So is it you do you want the world to think that you're, pretty and cute and
Mm.
everything, then wear clothes that communicate that. Mga baby pink, mga blush pink. But Marian's,
Mm.
ganyan lang kanyang messaging, right? Really sweet, na motherly and
Mm.
everything. So favorite name, mga baby pink and what have you. So go with that. Yeah, just be very intentional. What is the
Be
message that you want
intentional.
to send? What's your intention? And then just align it with the style, the clothing, and everything. And ask yourself, does this clothing communicate that intention, that message, and what have you? So
Okay.
that's the fashion
Victor,
advice.
meron tayong pahabol question from Leng. Sabi niya, Ano pong style maganda for chubby women? The medium to large size. And siguro to add to that, kasi we have a question also in the backstage related to that na if you're a woman na a bit chubby and medium to large size, how do you also purchase online? How do you buy online?
So okay, for the big sizes and everything, actually, um, what I do, because I'm also a bit large, is that I go for like the higher size na lang, just to be sure. Like if I'm so tamad like to check, because like the sizing charts of every brand are different.
Iba-iba.
Like the size chart of Zara is different from H&M, from Kandama, etc., etc. Right? So if I'm tamad to check, I just go for the big ones. Because if it's too big for me, it's easier to make it smaller as opposed to if it's too small. Ang hirap, hindi mo naman papalaki yan. Or
Correct,
mahirap
correct.
i-adjust na yun eh. So
Mm-mm.
that's probably gonna be like my e-commerce advice for larger women. The second one is that when you say chubby, kasi like we're chubby in different ways. Like some people are top heavy and people think that they're chubby, and some people are pear shaped, etc. So feeling ko it's just a matter of really knowing your body shape and then
Mhm.
knowing kung ano yung kailangan mong, where do you need volume. If you're
Correct.
chubby because you're top heavy, then work on the volume sa baba,
Sa
right?
baba.
A line dresses, etc., etc. If you're bottom heavy naman, it's the other way around. Like it's better if you have sleeves as opposed to walang sleeves pag bottom heavy ka kasi you need a bit more shoulder or stuff. So yeah, so
Mm,
it's really
okay.
trying to get to know what your body shape is. And then another advice probably would be to observe celebrities who are of the same body shape.
Body shape, yeah.
Oo,
Nice, nice, gano'n.
'di ba?
Baka
So if
kaya
you
mo ba magbigay ng example for each body shape?
for
Or
example, kung rectangle ka, si Adele, right?
okay, okay.
Parang same yung niya. Kung hourglass siya, syempre you have, wait lang, people like um,
J-Lo or bottom
J-Lo,
ba?
Beyonce,
Yeah.
etc. For triangle, let's see, let me think. Actually, medyo J-Lo is a bit triangle rin eh, di ba?
Mas
Kasi
triangle si J-Lo kasi
bottom
yung
heavy
hips
siya, di
niya,
ba?
eh, oo.
Oo, ang
Correct,
laking
correct.
anak. Ayan. Tapos, pag inverted triangle naman, you have, sino, I can't think of mga inverted triangles. Winona, Amber Riley. Oo, sa Amber Riley. Anong show niya nakalimutan ko. Ito yung, okay. Basta yun. Tapos rectangle, si, si Meryl Streep is rectangle. Si Adele, sila Hilary Duff, mga rectangle siya.
Okay.
Oh, hindi sila mukhang rectangle, but if based on the measurements, yan. Oval, Queen Latifah, marami tayong alam, mga oval,
Oh!
mga prayer shaped yan.
Oo, okay, okay.
Si Rebel Wilson, na hindi na pala sa oval ngayon because she lost a lot of
Correct.
weight. Mga ganun. So yun. So watch out for these people. I'm sure like they can also like Google these things like online to find more local counterparts. It's just easier to find siguro for me kasi what I follow is mga Hollywood eh. And then kung ano lang kasi
Mm.
ginagawa overseas, they just like follow it here in the Philippines. So yun. So yeah, that's my other advice. Check out
Sige,
the
sige.
celebrities of the same body shape. Yun.
Okay. I learned a lot, Victor. Thank you so much for this session.
Thank you so much. There's still so much actually to unpack when it comes to fashion pa. And I also want to thank like
Mm.
some of my mga stylist friends who also helped me answer some of the questions. Yeah, these are not really like easy questions to answer, but yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Victor. And guys, please do follow Kandama Collective because as sabi nga ni Victor, there's so many things that he has lined up. And then I'm excited for the RTW coming up for Christmas. And of course, please do catch us again next month with Victor and myself, and then Victor will break the news on his collaboration with an international magazine na hindi niya pa pwedeng sabihin ngayon. So, very exciting news. So, we hope to see you guys again to catch us the third Wednesday of the month. But next Wednesday, don't forget that it's our mental health check-in with Mind Nation. So, again, we hope to see you guys there. And don't forget, for those joining the raffle, please do sign up at go.bdjstudio.com/sign up and share your takeaways for tonight so you get a chance to win our prizes. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Good
bye
night,
everyone. Thank you so much. Good
everyone.
night. Yeah.
Thank you, Victor. Bye bye.